Hey guys, thanks for being here with me. I hope you're all doing great. I'm going to dive right into it, so as always, take it as it resonates, and of course, use your own discernment. So you've been feeling off, not quite yourself, drained, maybe restless, sometimes irritable for no reason. And now weird things are stacking on top of that. Maybe miscommunications, tech glitches, delays, strange dreams maybe. You've been feeling a little spiritually foggy or maybe disconnected from your usual intuition or guidance. You could be questioning yourself more, or feeling maybe some old patterns or fears kind of creeping back up. If that's resonating with you, you could be experiencing spiritual warfare or an energetic attack. So let's talk about what that really means and what you can do about it. So, spiritual truth. True spiritual warfare is not what we see in Hollywood horror movies or even something that only happens to quote-unquote super spiritual people, right? It's the ongoing energetic tug of war between light and distortion. At its core, it's about influence, not just events. Energy is trying to pull you in towards fear and confusion, doubt, and keep you disconnected or out of alignment. It can come through external sources, different people, environments, even the media, or even internally, negative thought patterns, unhealed wounds being triggered. And the truth is, the brighter your light, the more it reveals what's hidden. So some energies will try to dim it because they can't exist in that vibration. They don't vibrate at the same frequency. And so spirit will sometimes allow interference, or testing as we like to call it, so that you can strengthen your spiritual muscles, so to speak. Learn discernment and really step into deeper authority over your own energy. Growth always shifts your frequency. Old attachments, patterns, habits, energies that can't survive in your new frequency will either fall away or try to pull you back down. Sometimes they try to pull you back down first and then fall away if it doesn't work, right? It's not always an attack. Sometimes it's an initiation, and every level of expansion has a threshold guardian. Stay with me. So I kind of wanted to touch a little bit on some myths versus truths when it comes to this kind of stuff, because I just hear so much. There's so much out there about this, right? One of them being that if you're experiencing this, it means you're cursed or you're weak or you're being punished. Experiencing it often means that you're expanding in light, you're growing and becoming a bigger target for distraction or disruption because you're already powerful. Another one being that only dark forces cause spiritual attacks. But the truth is, sometimes it's our own shadow or unhealed patterns that surface for healing. Spirit will allow this for our own growth. And Another one I see a lot is when people think that they have to know every enemy they have, every detail. You know, we see this a lot, especially in movies and just different things regarding spirituality and even witchcraft, right? You know, that you need to have all these details in order to protect yourself, and do a lot of spell work. And I'll do another video on rituals and spell work and witchcraft and everything, so I won't go down that rabbit hole now. But the truth is, your protection starts with your alignment to source. Clarity, connection, those make you untouchable at the very deepest level. Now, fear ties in here big time, because fear is like the currency of low vibrational energies. If they can get you to stay in fear or doubt or hopelessness, any of those frequencies, they've already weakened your field. Because fear distorts our perception. It makes us misread neutral events and see them as hostile, or it can keep us from seeing a clearly marked exit that Spirit has been showing us. The antidote is awareness, but awareness without obsession. You see what's happening, but you don't dwell in it. Spirit, tell me to repeat that. You see what's happening, but you don't dwell in it. So how do we know? How do we know if we are experiencing spiritual warfare or an energetic attack? You might feel sudden, really heavy fatigue without any physical cause. You might have just these random miscommunications, tech breakdowns, things start piling up kind of all at once. Or communications, or in other ways that people or situations try to pull you back in. Disturbing dreams, you wake up, you've had a full night's sleep, but you feel unrested still. Feeling foggy, disconnected from your usual intuition. Maybe if you're, excuse any background noise, I have fur babies. If you're usually a very intuitive person, maybe you're not feeling it so much lately, or it seems a little foggy. You could even have triggers that are suddenly, flaring up. Or it could be an ongoing interference, especially when you're about to step into a breakthrough. You might notice that. So what do we do? The first thing, breathe. Ground yourself. Okay, call your energy back before you react. Reaffirm your sovereignty out loud. Literally say out loud that you are a sovereign being, aligned to the highest light. That closes open energetic doors right there. Then clear your field, however it is that you do that works for you. And if you don't have a way or you don't know how, definitely feel free to reach out. But that could be prayer, it could be smoke cleansing, sound, salt baths, visualization. So whatever works for you. And guard your input, meaning news, social media, even music, people, anything that drains you. Temporarily you can stop or limit what you're taking in. And ask for reinforcement, ask for help. Call on your guides, your angels, your ancestors. Spiritual law honors an invitation for help. You can transmute that energy, you don't have to just block it. Send it back. Transform it into love and light. Get creative with it. Not with hate. What you send out echoes back. So if you're experiencing this right now, you do not have to navigate this alone. There are people who can help you, people in our community, like-minded people. I personally work with energy clearing, protection, spiritual alignment. And if you feel that this might be happening to you, you can message me directly and I can help guide you through it. Your message here from Spirit is, beloved, remember, your light was never meant to hide. The turbulence you feel now is not a sign to shrink, but to anchor. The more you root in truth, the less you sway in the storm. Do not chase the shadow trying to prove its existence. Stand in the sun and watch it dissolve. Thank you, Spirit. And an affirmation for you. I am divinely protected, rooted in truth, and untouchable by anything that is not in alignment with my highest good. So be it. Sending you light, love, and healing, and I hope this helped.